Cristiano Ronaldo is finally in FPL, so it's time to rip up all of our teams to get him in. And the wildcard might be the way to do it.
You're teasing me, you naughty naughty.
So I thought I'd be a bit of a cheeky boy and make not one, not two, but three juicy wildcard teams with all of them containing the one and only CR7. So let's get into it. With the first draft being what I call all of the goals. Where not only do we have Ronaldo, but we also have the Belgian beast himself, Romelu Lukaku. What? But even more spicier, we've still even managed to keep the likes of Salah and Trent as well. Amazing. Like, wow, what an absolute greedy bastard we are, right? Getting all of the best geezers in. But then again, is that really a bad thing? No. So let's actually have a chinwag with the team to see if this draft could be the right one for any of you sexy sausages out there. In goals, I've gone for the cheap boy in Sanchez. He has only got one clean sheet in the first 3 games so far, but is still impressing enough on the stats that it gives all of the stat nerds a bit of a semi, so he's still probably pretty good. But for this specific team, it doesn't really matter who the goalkeeper is, I just needed a cheap one to actually be able to afford all of the premium boys. And I do still think Sanchez is the best 4.5 million goalkeeper. Then in the defence, we've gone for a Sir Trent Alexander, who hasn't actually blanked yet, right? Technically, right? The 2 bonus points against Chelsea count, right? Yeah, okay. But he still has stupendous fixtures moving forward and also allows us an easy downgrade later on if we need to as well. And it is Trent. I'm 100% not suggesting a wildcard team that doesn't have Trent. He has to be in for me. Next to him, though, is a quiet looking man, who even is this guy? It is the Wolves defender, Fernando Marcel. Marcel? He has started all 3 games for the Wolves so far, also at wing back, so, in a very good attacking position. And he does also love a cross himself too. Wolves have actually been quite a bit unlucky so far, where they look pretty good, especially defensively, but yet they still haven't kept the clean sheet, and yet they still haven't even scored a goal either. But they do have amazing great fixtures around the corner, which makes Marcel the best 4.5 for the next few weeks in my honest and humble opinion, right? Yeah. Then next to him, we have one of the 3 cheapest of the cheap boys here, in a Shane Duffy, a Livramento, and a Williams, where in any given week you can just play one of them. All 3 of these defenders started at just 4.0 million, but some of them have already risen already, so you best jump on them quick. With them all being that cheap though, you really don't mind if you have to leave one of them on your bench, but they are all actually all good enough to just play one of them every week as well. Where between these 3, they actually give you a very saucy fixture rotation, which include one of them playing Brentford, then Watford, then Palace, then Burnley, all in a row. So play your cards right, and you could actually have the cheapest defenders in the game with the best fixtures for the next few weeks. But more importantly, saves you all the money so you can get in all of the best attackers in the game like we have done here. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Then in the midfield, we got a Mo Salah. I said it's a Mo Salah. No explanation needed for him really. It's just Salah. Yeah, get him in. A Ferran Torres, who might actually be the only striker for Man City going into this next season. And even if he does miss out a few games, when you have an out of position 7 million midfielder who's playing up front for Man City, one of the most deadliest team in the league, are you really going to turn that down? No. And then we also have a Mr. Rafinha in here, as even though Leeds have started the season quite wibbly-wobbly, right, not looking quite on it, you can't deny that Rafi boy is just so underpriced, and when their good fixtures come around, he's going to be absolutely golden. Damari Gray is also here because himself has not made Everton fans pretty grey so far, after already scoring 2 goals for them. So you know what, he could actually end up being the perfect cover for a DCL to make sure you don't miss out on those Everton fixtures, but also DCL has some slight injury concerns as well. So all of these fellas in the midfield are all there for their goal threat, right? All of them score all of the goals, with them all also being incredible value with even better upcoming fixtures than they've had so far already. So not only have all of them already done bits, they're all about to do even more bits. Oh, yes. No. Honestly, just get the fire extinguisher out because that team right there is absolutely fire, yes. But then we forward on to the forward line and oh boy, yes. Now that is looking proper naughty, I'm not gonna lie. With Chelsea's new man, Romelu Lukaku is in here, who also plays a Villa team next week who will be without Emi Martinez, their goalkeeper, and the only reason they don't concede 10 goals a game due to some travel restrictions over some countries over the international break, which Martinez is going to. So honestly, double hat-trick for Lukaku incoming straight away. A Mikel Antonio is also here, who has the most FPL points out of any player so far, with just the 4 goals and 4 assists in his first 3 games, right? No biggie, no. But then the actual biggie of the big boy, Cristiano Ronaldo! He might not actually start in game week 4, right? They might want to just break bring him on, get the crowd going, hey! But when you have one of the world's best goal scorers of all time playing Newcastle, West Ham and Villa in his next 3 games, can you really say no to that? I know I can't, and that's why I'm making this video. Yeah. So that is actually it for the first draft here. The all of the goals team. Literally, all of the goals are about to income. And yes. So could this team right here actually be the very nice one? The one you want to have? Or do you just look at it and go, no. So let's actually discuss the goods and the bads of this team before moving on to the next draft. The goods. You will never have a problem with captaincy in your life ever again. When you have Salah, Lukaku and Ronaldo, surely you can just look at them and be like, yeah, all of them are my captain, no need to worry. Not only are they guaranteed points, guaranteed captain points incoming. In this team, you are also getting the most out of your money, right? With amazing value defenders and mids in there, who are right now in their current form are massively underpriced and also have great fixtures, so could keep it up for a nice run as well. And finally, the last good thing with this team, you got bloody Cristiano Ronaldo. How amazing is that, way? And Lukaku, and Salah, and Trent, and not a bad team. What? The bad with this team, though, include it might actually be quite hard to get in other players later on. But if a mid-price mid or defender is proper chirping up and getting all the points, right, you might well have to either ignore them or sacrifice one of your big boy premiums to spread the money out elsewhere. And if you already got the likes of Salah, Lukaku, and Ronaldo, do you really want to sell one of them to get the likes of like a Ben Rama? Yeah, that might be quite hard to do. But apart from that, that is about it for that team and that team done. So that is the big boy all of the goals draft done, which might well be the right one for you. But maybe it's not. And maybe you want something a little different. So next, we have the big at the back draft, which looks like this. With this team containing some of the same players, but maybe a bit more balance around the shop, especially at that back. Ooh. With the idea being you have a very good and strong defence you can rely on very long term here, so you can then put all of your focus into just the attackers and not having to make too many changes for the players behind them. So let's actually have a browse and a chinwag with this one to see if this team is good or if it's the one for you. So in goals, we've been a bit more adventurous here with a £5 million goalkeeper. What? Ooh. Now, most of the 4.5 goalkeepers, including Sanchez, are either not showing amazing potential or they just have bad fixtures coming up, or maybe even both. But a player like Meslier is not only a very promising player, he's a very good goalkeeper, but he also has very sexy fixtures for the long run as well, so could be worth putting a little bit more money into that. Then the rest of the back line, honestly, it looks stronger than the Great Wall of China itself. There is absolutely nothing getting through this. With the Sir Trent Alexander here, as we might have talked about a couple of times, right, he's an alright player sometimes, yeah. But now we also have the Man City fella next to him in a Cancelo, and as we know, Man City have one of the best defenders in the world probably, but in the league as well. And also Cancelo is one of the most attacking defenders, and when he's playing a lot, which he actually seems quite nailed so far, he is arguably the best defender in FPL. Ooh, yes. We also have a Chelsea defender in a Christiansen here, who might not have much attacking threat, you know, but a Chelsea defender for only 5 million is actually quite damn naughty, isn't it? Yeah. Especially saying that their fixtures turn absolutely golden after game week 6, so you might as well get one in now if you're wildcarded. And then also a Nelson Semedo is in here, as I really rate that Wolves defence, and they also have great fixtures coming up as well. And he is also playing wing back, so very attacking as well. So right here, in this team, we've actually invested in the 2 best defenders in the league, in the Man City and the Chelsea defenders. And we also have the best attacking defender in the league in a Trent. And then we also have Semedo, who somewhere fits in there, right? Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not good. But now, with his fixtures coming up, he honestly could be one of the best defenders to go for in FPL right now. He might not be, but he could be. So that is the defense in this team done. All players with great fixtures, not just now, but they're also defenders who can keep clean sheets against any team. So yeah, it's amazing. Leave them there, and you don't have to worry about your defense ever again. Literally, you can just socially distance all of your thoughts away from your defense and just look at the attackers and try and get all of the goals in. Lovely. With them, including a Mo Salah, which is a no surprise, yeah. A Ferran Torres is also here again, being the main forward for the Man City whilst being out of position. Yeah, you don't need to argue that. And then also the Brazilian Rafinha. So of course with this team, because we've got the 4 defenders, we have to sacrifice either a midfielder or a forward, and I've gone for a midfielder here. But with these 3, we got 3 very good players, right? The very reliable Salah is in here, not just for points, but for captaincy as well. And out of position Torres and a Rafinha, who are 100% underpriced for how good they could be in FPL this year, honestly. They could be amazing. Forwarding on to the forwards here, though, we of course got the big CRISTIANO Ronaldo, but then the even bigger Antonio, and even a DCL as well. Ronaldo, he's just Ronaldo. Do I need to explain why he's here? No. And of course, this is a bloody Ronaldo Wildcard Draft video. I kind of have to put him in, right? Yeah. Antonio is literally the best player in FPL right now with the most points. He's in. And also DCL has looked very, very good so far. 3 goals in 3 and also now on penalties. Lovely. So that is this draft done. The big at the back draft, which personally isn't a team I like to go for, but maybe it's the one for you. But now let's actually go through the goods and the bads like we did with the last one. With the good including just snack attacking the attackers and the mids here, allowing you to jump on all of the bad wagons when one of them comes up, whilst you can just leave and ignore all of the boring defenders. You also have players in the best defences in the league, where not too many people are actually invested in a Man City or Chelsea defender right now, never mind both. And finally, you've got Ronaldo, hey, fantastic stuff. But then the bads of this team, the bad, oh no. You do have quite a bit of a risk going with Cancelo and Christensen, who both might not play every now and again. And especially with this bench, yeah, you haven't really got much to cover, do you? The money might also be spread out quite a bit too much, right? You're not very flexible with this one, where if you really want another mid or much more expensive forward, it might actually take weeks of transfers to make, never mind 2 or 3 hits. Like, it could take ages. But apart from those, which both of them are actually quite big red flags, it's looking pretty good, right? Yeah! And maybe this team could be the one for you, or maybe you just change around however you want anyway. But guess what? It's not actually over yet, lads, as I have one more draft. With that draft being the Bacon Boy special, my wildcard draft. Which looks like this. Yes, you heard me right, alright? You heard. As I might actually be wildcarding myself this week. Especially after making and looking at this beauty of a team. Like, honestly, I want to make love to it right now. Not even joking. We're in goals. We've got the Robert Sanchez here. I still think he's the best 4.5 million goalkeeper. And right now, I don't want to spend more than that. So you know what? You could say he's a bit of a keeper. Yeah. In defence, we've got a Sir Trent Alexander, a player you might think I like a little bit, right? But you'd be wrong there. I like him a lot, way! He still has amazing great fixtures right now, but also can be used to downgrade to somebody like a Chilwell when the fixture swing or whatever, or just keep him because he's that good. Nelson Semedo also joins us here, as I feel Wolves will definitely start keeping clean sheets, especially with their great run of fixtures coming up, whilst he is also a very attacking wing-back, so could get on all of the goals as well. Kieran Tierney might well end up being a proper wibbly-wobbly pick here, as Arsenal have kind of conceded the most expected goals out of any team so far, and a dead bottom of the league. Oh dear. But their fixture run for defenders is actually the best in the league, not just for the next 3 or 4, but literally like the next 10. And when Tierney is fit, which right now he is, I mean, he'll probably get injured in a week, but right now he's fit, he is actually one of the best attacking defenders in the entire league. Arsenal also don't have European football, so he has more time to rest, which will not only be a massive advantage for Tierney over the other defenders in the league, but also could be a massive advantage to Arsenal, where they will be hoping they are no longer Arsenal for much longer. So right now, yes, I actually want an Arsenal defender in my team. Are you mad? We then have a Mo Salah, who will definitely be in contention for the captaincy for the next 3 weeks for me, but then also could be used to get into Lukaku later on as well. Mason Greenwood also joins us here, as even though I don't think he's the best option longer term, United's next 3 games are actually very, very good, so I still think he can do bits there. But he is also at a great price, where I can go off to the likes of a Mason Mount when their fixture swing come around, or I could even downgrade him if I really need the money as well. And having him just allows me to still attack short term, but also be more flexible longer term as well, so I kind of like that. Yes. Ferran Torres is also here because, again, he might well be the only forward for Man City going into this season. What? So even though, yeah, some games they play someone else, or and Pep just does a Pep, you know, he is still an incredible goal scorer and could be incredible value this season. And then the final midfielder is Rafinha. Leeds have not impressed me one bit yet, but they do have great fixtures coming up, so hopefully they can properly shake that all about. I rate Rafi so highly though, so he's just got to be in there for me. But then up front, oh yes, Cristiano Ronaldo! Fun fact, lads, when I was a little wee boy, you know, I was younger, I actually used to be a Man United fan. And when Ronaldo left Man United, when I was at the little age of 11 years old, I cried and didn't care about football for a few years. So now that he's back, I'm crying happy tears. Hey, I really want him in my team. Hence why I'm doing this video, yeah. A Dominic Calvert-Lewandowski is also here though, mainly because he's a forward I've been very impressed with so far, and is also now on penalties. Everton's fixtures are also still very good, so he's definitely one to get for me. And then finally, Antonio. He's got the most goals out of anyone. He's got the most FPL points out of anyone in the league so far. So, yeah, I really don't need to waste my time telling you why he's an absolute beast, alright? He's got to be there. And then the bench is pretty bare bones, you know, not looking very good. But, you know, I'm trying to get the most out of my money here, and I think this is a good way to go. As my bench players, yeah, they're minimum priced, but they might actually be starting and playing every week. So if I really need to rely on them, then I can, and that is all good. So that right now, which leaves me with exactly 0.0 money left in the bank, is my current wildcard draft if and only if I was to smash that wildcard button. I have not done it yet, but you know what? I am really tempted. Shall I do it, lads? Shall I do it? I don't know. Maybe. So let me know, lads. Will you be wildcarding to get Ronaldo in? Or do you actually have another way to getting him in? Ooh. And also, let me know if one of these drafts are properly tickling your pickle and you might go for something similar yourself. Or are you just looking at Bacon Boy in the eye and going, no thank you, unlucky. And there you go. But that is going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching. And also, remember,
don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.